We're here at the Hakalau Forest National Wildlife Refuge, where over the last 25 years major steps have been taken to reestablish native critical habitat. The first step in reestablishing critical habitat was to reestablish the native tree Acacia koa. These koa behind me are about 10 to 15 years old and are planted in corridors. Well, these corridors serve as a canopy shade for reintroducing other native species so that we can complete the critical habitat with a diverse ecosystem. One of the biggest impediments for reestablishing these Koa corridors was the grass competition by these exotic pasture species that still reside on the refuge. Similarly, within these corridors where we want to establish the other native understory, the biggest challenge that we face is the grass competition in that understory. In these corridors, we will be testing the use of selective grass herbicides for preparing these sites by controlling the grass species where we know there will be no injury to the koa canopy, nor will it have any injury to the native understory that we'll be outplanting. The challenge of applying herbicides in these corridors, as you can see, is the difficulty of the terrain. So how do I apply herbicides where, number one, I make sure that I'm safe in this environment, and number two, that I'm providing adequate coverage to the grass species that I'm applying it to. Currently, our standard spray equipment makes it very difficult to access this terrain. So today, I'm going to show you a novel approach to herbicide applications where we're hands-free and safe. Standard backpack herbicide spray equipment consists of a backpack tank with a hand pump and a wand for spraying. Now, accessing even terrain, say in an agricultural setting, this is fine. But in these natural areas, the terrain can be very difficult to access. So being able to maintain balance is crucial for your safety and for adequate herbicide application. This is where a hands-free herbicide sprayer will come in real handy. You can see with this prototype hands-free sprayer, I try to keep all the components within the profile of my body frame, with nothing above my head or anything that's sticking out other than the nozzle tip. This is pretty important when we're accessing corridors, because there may be some times where you have to crouch or maneuver, and so it's really important that you don't get any of your hoses or wires snagged. And so also you'll notice that the spray tip is behind me so that when I'm spraying, I'm not walking through my spray pattern. I leave the herbicide behind me.